Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Shri Shuka Vacha Evam Ashaditam Sheshyam Anadeshakaram Guruhu Tashapadeva Prahitaha Satyasandam Manasvinam. Shukadeva Goswami continued thereafter. The spiritual master Shukracharya, being inspired by the Supreme Lord, cursed his exalted disciple Bali Maharaj, who was so magnanimous and fixed in truthfulness that instead of respecting his spiritual master's instruction, he wanted to disobey his order. Very unusual. The disciple is surrendering to God and the Guru is getting worked up. Very unusual. Prabhupada used to say, a real Guru is very happy when disciple advances in spiritual line. But here the Guru is not bothered about that. He is bothered his disciple will not be able to engage in his service monetarily. So-called gurus and so-called disciples. Prabhupada says there is a business of the cheater and the cheated. Generally gurus go and they try to entertain the audience. They flatter the audience. An audience is very happy. Wow, great. Many dham also there are pandas. They entertain the audience. You are so fortunate. You come to this dham. Now you are going back to Krishna. They will entertain the audience, flatter them. They never tell the truth. Because they tell the truth. Okay, you are coming to dham, but you have to give up all the bad habits. Just like when Prabhupada started his movement. And people came for Diksha to Prabhupada. Prabhupada did not compromise. He said, you have to follow all these things. Otherwise, I cannot help you. So generally, the disciple is not keen to be corrected, is not keen to get instruction for spiritual advancement. And the Guru is not keen in his main business. What is the main business of Guru? To make the student advance. Just like you are studying in a coaching. The main business of the coaching we are studying is to see you get very good marks. And if you get very good marks and they are not happy, something is wrong with them. Because the very purpose for which they opened the coaching, you have fulfilled that. Maybe you did home study, maybe you didn't come to class, you did quite well. But what was the interest, common interest that they wanted you to do excel? How you did it, that's a separate issue, but you got very good marks, they should be very happy. But here Shukracharya has forgotten the very purpose for which he is Guru. He has forgotten that he is Guru for what purpose? To make disciples surrender to God. Now if the disciple surrenders to God, he should celebrate. Na? Shukracharya ko to khushi ne Guru kis liye bana bhai? Bhagavatam say, don't become father, don't become mother if you cannot deliver your disciple, if you cannot, your dependent, if you cannot bring him to the lotus feet of the Lord, don't do that. Finally, everything belongs to the Lord. Artificially, we claim proprietorship. Okay, you claim proprietorship, that's your business. But at the end, whoever is dependent on you should be able to help him to come to the lotus feet of the Lord. That's a genuine Guru. And you should be very happy. It's like Prabhupada used to see somebody is reading, oh, so nice. To become so happy. They used to know he is transcendental. Somebody chanting Hare Krishna very nicely. Yeah, that's the way to remain brahmachari. Anytime he saw wonderful service, he congratulated the devotees. And sometime when they saw that they are not doing any activity for spiritual advancement, they got chastised. They could know that he is transparent to the Lord's pleasure. Kintu prabho ya priya eva tasya. The Acharya is worshipped because he is very dear to the Lord. Why is he dear to the Lord? Because he is serving the mission of the Lord. So he should be celebrating. He should be very happy. Okay? When the Guru is transparent, when the worship of the Lord is going on, there should be a celebration. But instead of that, the disciple is advanced and the Guru is unhappy. Unusual. Very, very, very unusual. Okay? So this is what is happening here. Very unusual that we see this disciple. The Guru has forgotten the very purpose. We should be very clear of what purpose we become Guru. Then everything is perfect. But if we forget what very purpose, then Prabhupada just like talked about Bhagavad Saptah. The Bhagavad Saptah is done with the purpose to entertain the audience. The purpose to make disciple advance is not there. That is forgotten. Correct? What is the purpose of the Bhagavad Saptah? How to entertain the audience. And the audience has also not come for spiritual advancement. The audience has come for what purpose? They have not come for spiritual advancement. Why do audience come to the Bhagavad Saptah? To hear some nice jokes, nice stories. Recently somebody was telling me, Yakshagana is very popular here. Previously Yakshagana was very serious. They believe people will learn so many messages. They say, no, not now. Now you have to entertain the audience. You have to tell some jokes. Don't go too much into all Rama stories, Krishna stories. Don't do all that. They want to hear some jokes. You have to make them laugh. Arey Baba, don't worry. You do your job. Automatically those who are sincere, they will come. Those who are not sincere will go away. But you want a lot of customers. You don't want to lose customers. It's like I met a psychiatrist. I told him, do you tell your patients not to intoxicate, not to gamble? Do you tell them all this thing, not to eat meat? I said, no, I don't do that. I said, then why? Then I lose my customers. I said, have you forgotten what's your purpose of taking this responsibility? The purpose was the people should be peacefully mentally, isn't it? If you are allowing your patients to drink and smoke, then the very purpose of profession is gone. You're just making money, cheating people and making money, isn't it? You are so-called psychiatrist and your patient is drinking and you don't even tell him don't drink. You don't tell him don't eat meat. You don't tell him to don't gamble. So if he is doing these kind of activities, just like the modern day leaders, they are running all around India to collect votes. How many of them are even desiring that these 4 activities should be stopped in society? Most of them themselves are drunkards, woman hunters and all whatnot. Isn't it? What peace they can bring to the society? Isn't it? They cannot. And if somebody is following very purely all these things, they should be very happy. Okay, I am a fool number 1. I do not know these rules should be followed, but this person is following those rules. Let me congratulate him now. What do you say? They will not be able to understand. So Shukracharya should be very clear. Okay, I am an unqualified guru. Here is my disciple. What a celebration I should do. Heart of the heart, I also want to worship Vishnu, but this person is doing that. Then Prabhupada says the very reason was love. In certain testing situation in life, somebody is very advanced, is revealed. Very testing situation. His behavior cannot be understood. Only way it can be understood because of his very advanced situation. So if you are devotees, we can appreciate. So nice. Okay, I don't have feelings like that. I don't have heart like that. So sincere he is. We can appreciate. But sometimes it is said that there are 4 kind of behaviors happen when we hear Harinama. Kya hai 4 tarah ke behavior? The one thing is ecstasy. Nivrta tarshay upagiya mana. Okay? So somebody chanting Hare Krishna. Oh, wow. So ecstasy. Take care. Number 2, purification. You feel purified. If just like we are doing sadhana now, we are not in ecstasy because heart is still not pure. We are having unwanted desires in the heart, so heart is not pure. So there is no ecstasy, but there is purification. As I do sadhana, there is purification. And what is the third? Ecstasy, purification. It's nice. I can't do sadhana just like yesterday, festival, Ramanavami, so many people came. They don't come on every Sunday. They come just festival crowd. So those people who say you should come every Sunday, every day sit down and chant Hare Krishna, don't be lazy, they will not do that. They will say no. So they are at one level. We cannot say they are no level. They are at some level. They can appreciate. But they can't do sadhana. That is too much for them. Every day sit down. That I cannot do. And below that is one level, Pashugna, that he gets irritated. You do Hare Krishna. Kya kar rahe ho? Band karo. So Shukracharya is not supposed to behave like that. Bali Maharaj is here doing Nama, in one way Sankirtana, Yagna, is offering everything to the Lord. My Lord, take. Just like when you do japa, you are offering your time. Here is offering all his possessions. You are offering your mind when you are doing japa, you are fixing on the holy name. There is sacrifice. But here is the gross. He is offering everything, including his life, to the Lord. The Shukracharya could have 4 behaviors you can have when you see this kind of an activity. First behavior, an ecstasy, like all the devatas started dancing. Oh my God, I can't do this. What is it doing? They are devotees. They started celebrating. They started throwing flowers at Bali Maharaj. Can't imagine. He knows the Lord has come, still wants to offer everything to him. What an ecstasy. I can't do this. This person is so great. Then some person can sadhana. This is when they hear this. I'm not in ecstasy, but I'm feeling purified. I'm so contaminated. I'm so attached to everything. This seeing, hearing Bali Maharaj makes me detached. So some person goes the third level. Somebody was saying, nice joke. He had 3 steps. Here Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has 3 words. Hare Krishna and Rama. Chant the 3 words, Maha Mantra. And then some people say, okay, that's not purification and I cannot do like this. But nice to hear. Third, still good. But the 4 stages, person get irritated. And out of the whole person, Shukracharya is getting irritated. Very, very, very surprising. Very surprising. Pashugna, killer of the soul. I don't know how he fits in that category. Because he is not a meat eater, definitely. But it comes to the category of killer of the soul somehow. And how is he going to obstruct? He is getting irritated. He is getting angry. And he is cursing his disciple. There is Bhagavatam, have more examples of this curse. There is Daksha. And Daksha also was meditating. Daksha also, when his sons became devotees, became angry. And Narad Muni fulfilled what Daksha should do. Daksha's children became great devotees, and Daksha became very angry. And he cursed Narad Muni. Narad Muni first convinces 10,000 children, which is unusual to even expect, but they are Prajapatis. They are going to populate the universe, so they have these extra powers, like Brahma. So he first produced 10,000 pious sons, and Narad Muni saw them and he spoke about Krishna consciousness, 1 shloka only. They all heard the shloka, they surrendered to Krishna. The next, Daksha produced another 1,000 sons. And Narad Muni again went to them in a holy place, they're doing tapasya, getting ready to start Grihastha life. Narad Muni said, no, it is very good. It is very good for children to obey, follow the elder brothers. And now what to do? So they also surrendered. And now Narad Muni thought, okay, children are over, let me talk to Daksha. He went to Daksha. I actually went to Daksha to preach. And Daksha could not understand. He is in his own ecstasy. Narad Muni, because of love of the Lord, is in ecstasy. Okay, 11,000 people now surrender to Krishna. 11,001 let me make. I'll talk to Daksha also. So he went to talk to Daksha. But Daksha was on total material platform. He became very angry and cursed Narada. So not first time. Here also we see somebody is offering everything to the Lord. The Guru should be so happy. He should celebrate what a disciple I got. He has got even more advanced than me. Shri Shri Radha Govinda ki. Prabhupada says sometime the disciple, by the blessing of the spiritual master, can do more than the spiritual master by his blessing. That's Guru Parampara, he says. It's not that he feels proud, but by the blessing of his Guru, just like a father is very happy. Suppose you have your mother has reached one level of academic qualification, you go more than that. She's not envious, she's very happy. Isn't it? Is happy or not? Parents are very happy. Father became doctor, you become super specialist doctor. They're not envious, they're very happy. So similarly, Guru doing service to Krishna, the disciple does more, he's very happy. True, it happens by his blessing only, but he's very happy. He's not envious, never. Guru is never envious of his disciple. He's more happy. So Shukracharya should be celebrating, I could not do this, my disciple did this, amazing. From where he got this mercy? It is beyond my realizations. That is all got from Prahlad Maharaj. From somewhere you have to get. His so-called Diksha Guru was limited in his realization. Shukracharya, any person can take you to where he is. Just like suppose I have 100 rupees, I can give you 100 rupees. I cannot give you 1000 rupees. Correct? So if you are guiding somebody, you can only take him to where you are. You cannot give him more than that. So Shukracharya could not give more. Only one level of realization. Go to God, pray to him and enjoy. Don't think about God. But Bali Maharaj in the love with God is more advanced. There are two kinds of devotees of God. One kind of devotees that go to God and take his blessings to enjoy like God. These are all duplicate devotees, cheating devotees, Kaitava Dharma. The other person who go to God to serve God, to participate in the mission of God. They are real devotees. So Bali Maharaj, by blessing of Prahlad Maharaj, was not only a Karmakandi Brahmana, had advanced much more. He had love for the Lord in his heart. And when somebody has love in his heart, he acts very unusually. So Bali Maharaj is acting very unusually, offering everything to the Lord and becoming totally bankrupt, and will become even arrested by the Lord and punished and rebuked in public. Shukracharya cannot understand why we should do this. But when things are done out of love, it is difficult to understand. Correct? We get in this world, out of love people do such great things. So Bali Maharaj's behavior is very unusual. Just like Prahlad Maharaj, when assembly of Narasimhadeva was very angry after appearance, the Devatas were also scared to enter. Lord Shiva, Lord Brahma, Indra, all the Devatas panicked. They had no courage to enter. But then Narasimhadeva was roaring with anger. All the Devatas were standing outside. They had no capacity, no courage to enter the presence of the Lord. And from outside they were offering prayers, but they could not cool down the Lord. Lord was still very angry. He has killed thousands of soldiers of Hiranyakashipu. He has torn Hiranyakashipu to pieces just with nails. And there is blood everywhere. He is roaring in anger. None of them has capacity, courage to go inside and cool the Lord. But Prahlad Maharaj just walked in. And Brahma said, Prahlad, why don't you try to cool the Lord? He just small boy, 5-year-old, just walked in. Why? He was behaving out of love. If the Lord wants to kill me, let him kill him. Whatever he does out of love. He has faith in the love of the Lord. Kaunteya pratijanihi name bhakta pranashyati. Krishna says, my devotee will not perish. He has full faith in it. So sometimes the testing situation comes when somebody's faith is tested. Just like in life, you may get some tension, anxiety. We forget God. We become very disturbed, we become very angry, we forget God. It happens to us. You get some injury. Oh, Ma, you mother. We don't say, oh, Krishna. Test. These are all tests by Krishna. So, Krishna creates some kind of surprise quizzes for us. At these moments, we should be able to remember the Lord. So, Shukracharya, little test, he failed. And disciple got more marks. But instead of understanding and appreciating, he is simply getting angry and agitated and cursing the disciple. Okay? Such a bole mare latha. You tell the truth, people become angry. We go to tell people and say that you are living a nasty life, you will go to all hell. People will become angry. Isn't it? You go and tell all your friends, you're all going to hell, I tell you. Now don't mind, don't get hurt. Fact, I'm telling all of you are going to hell. You'll roast you in kadai. They will become very angry to you. They will not say, I'm not going to see your face anymore. That's all. So similarly, why is Shukracharya getting angry? Because his faith is tested now. A little exam has come and is disturbed. So this anyway will lead to finally Vamandeva, after the whole pastime, he asked Shukracharya, tell, where was a mistake by Bali Maharaj? He says, no mistake. So he also got corrected. Sometimes in our life, situations come, we become lusty, we become angry. These are all introspection for us. Devotee cannot advance if he is not introspective. He should check within himself. So every moment is an exam. And when in the exam, when we fail, we see unwanted harassment happening of the heart. At that moment, I know that I have to work now. You got it? Suppose you have an exam. There is no ill wish. Suppose you get 4 out of 25, you fail in the exam. Teacher doesn't want to slaughter you. Teacher is only telling you, please see where you are. Now work. So sometimes you are sitting and suddenly heart gets agitated by anger and so many unwanted desires. But we should get very, become humble and introspect. And yesterday we discussed, we'll conclude with that there are 3 things. Hanuman, when he was going to serve the Lord Rama, there are 3 kind of obstacles he got. One was the mountain for rest. What is the name, Prerna Mataji? Mainika. There was a mountain which gives you, it came to offer service to Hanuman. We can take rest. And that was first thing. And the second thing was, Hanuman said, no, I have no time. My mother Sita has been kidnapped, she's crying, and Lord Rama is also crying, and you take rest. I have not a moment time to take rest. So in our life, spiritual life, there is a lot of opportunity whole day to take rest. We are so free. Normal people, you have to go to school, you have to go to college, you have to give exam, you are in tension. But devotees, their all responsibilities are taken away. Society is maintaining them. They should sleep less than a normal person. Otherwise, they become parasites. They should work more harder, isn't it? Generally, number 1. So we should not waste our time in so-called rest. Number 2, we should be humble. If the big demon became huge, and Hanuman became very small and entered the demon, he said, see, you got a benediction of Brahma to eat me, and entered your mouth and I have come out. So that demon said, okay, I bless you. No problem. It was not a demon, second was the blessing of the Lord. Some Devata sent to Naga to test. Because Hanuman had a very big mission. Is he ready or preparing for the mission? The 2 tests came. He didn't want to rest and he was always humble. So you cannot face with Maya if you are proud. Always take shelter of Krishna. Maya will not touch you. On your own, you cannot face Maya. You will be smashed. The second one. And the third one was shadow. Another demon which captured Hanuman by shadow. And what is the lesson there? Everybody has the dark side. We should not spend our time meditating on that. I have come to this movement to glorify Krishna, glorify Srila Prabhupada and his wonderful devotees. I have no business to meditate on the faults of devotees. I have not come for that purpose. Only person who has a business to take your faults is the one who has compassion and love to correct you.